What is going on, everybody? How are you doing? My name is George Anderson with REI Branded Home Buyer. We're going to talk about a couple houses. We're going to talk about one in particular house right now that was a house that was inherited here in Spokane that they sold us for They sold it to us for cash, and it was right before COVID. There was a gentleman that lived in Seattle, and his dad passed away and he needed to sell the house. He had two, I want to say, I think they were cousins that were living there, and they've lived there with his dad for quite some time. But during that time, they accumulated a lot of stuff, and there was a lot of animals in the property also. Cats, dogs, rabbits, snakes, lizards, you name it, they had it. Fish tanks, and the animals were not let out as often as they should have, and there was a lot of stuff on the outside of the property too. You see, these people that lived there at the time, they were also elderly, and we all know getting older, it's not exactly the easiest process for anybody. And this house really took a beating, I would say, over the years. So I'm going to turn my phone down really fast so you don't hear the beep boop in the back. But during the house buying process, the owner got a hold of us, said, "Hey, I have this house. I need to sell it pretty quickly. I don't think it could go on the market with a real estate agent." And they were able to sell it to us within, I think it was 20 days. So once we had a good contract in place, the price that they wanted to sell it to us for, we were able to close pretty fast. Now, this house was a 4 bedroom, 2 bath. It had 3 bedrooms, 1 bath upstairs, and then it had another bedroom and a bathroom downstairs. The bedroom downstairs didn't have an egress window, so it was not considered a bedroom at the time. And what we did was we bought the house and we started working on it. So we had 3 huge dumpsters, the big roll-off dumpsters. We had three huge ones filled with that, of all the stuff that was left behind. And then we had actually a fourth and a fifth one with all the debris from the construction that we put in also. So there was 5 very large dumpsters that we had taken out of this house before we even started putting this house back together. And a lot of people don't excuse me. A lot of people don't realize this and how much time, effort, and work that needs to be put into these types of houses, because when you put them on the market, most people want to move into a ready to move in house. When, say, you inherit a house or there's a problem with the house, maybe there's a roof leak and it's done a lot of water damage on the inside, or maybe fire damaged house, there's a lot of work that goes into these houses. It did take us about 6 months to get this house ready to go. Granted, we had another house that we were working on at the same time down in Clarkston, Washington, and we would stay down there actually in our trucks for 4 days, and then we would come back up here to Spokane and we would work on it for the week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then we also had a couple crews helping us out here and there. But there is a ton of work that goes into these properties. And it did take us about 6 months. The house looks amazing. I'll put some links to the photos in the description below. But when we first got it, there was dog feces and cat feces all over the place. And I understand, like I said, when we get older, we get really tired, and if we inherit a house, we just don't want to deal with it, especially if we're living over in. This gentleman was living in Seattle. I don't have the mental capacity to take on a large project like this. So if you inherit a property here in Washington, anywhere for that matter, and there's a lot of work that needs to go into it, and you just don't want to deal with it, you can give us a call at 769 3439, or go to our website, www.reibrandedhomebuyer.com, and check us out. There's a little form on there that you can fill out, and we'll set up an appointment. We'll come out and we'll talk to you, and we'll see what type of situation that you're in, see how we can help you out. I always tell everybody we're helpers, not hagglers. Although we are running a business, we do pay cash for these properties here in Washington. We are a cash home buyer. So our fastest close was about 4 days. And that was right before Christmas of last year. So it'll be almost a year coming up here pretty soon, because I'm doing this video right at the end of October. And we'll go back to the house after we cleaned it out, had those 5 dumpsters and stuff like that. We tore out all the cabinets. We tore the whole bathroom apart, upstairs and downstairs, put an egress window in. We did all of the, we put a brand new tub upstairs, and it was a walk-in shower downstairs, the egress window in the bedroom downstairs. We also cleaned up all of we put new flooring down. We put new lights in, and we decided that it would be cool to redo the walls as a smooth finish. When you're doing a level 5 smooth finish like that, it takes a lot of time, and it looks really cool. You got to put the light out on the side of the wall, and you can actually see the bumps on the wall if you put the light there. So you have to really put a lot of time into this, and there's a lot of effort that goes into this stuff. But when you want to make your flip houses look really good, and you really want it to pop so it sells on the first day when you put it on the market, you really got to put that time and money into it. And some people just don't have the time or the money for it, or the knowledge to get it done, and that's okay. That's where we come in over at REI Branded Home Buyer. That's what we do for a living. We buy houses and we fix them up, and we'll throw them on the market. We love doing that. That's our passion. It's my passion. I've been doing it for the past 30 years. When I started, sorry about that, I started working with my stepdad. I say stepdad, he's my dad. I started working with my dad when I was 13 years old. Sorry, Dad, if you're watching this video, didn't mean to say stepdad. You are my dad. Love you, bud. And I've been working with him. He was a plumber, actually, so I would go in and pull out toilets that were overflowing and stuff like that in people's houses when he didn't want to get in there and do it, especially if it was a cramped place. He would always tell me, boy, get in there and do that. There was a saying with plumbers, your poop is our bread and butter, right? Little joke for y'all. And one thing I did learn when I was a plumber is, number 1, don't chew on your fingernails, and number 2, poop goes downhill. That's a little joke for y'all also. And when I went to the military, my dad, he actually started a construction business, and we got into construction when I got out of the military when I was 21, 22 years old. I was in the Navy, and so I got back and started helping him out there. Decided to move to Seattle and started working for a property manager up there, fixing houses as a handyman for them, and then I moved to Spokane. So now I'm over here buying houses and working with homeowners such as yourself, watching these videos. But when you're flipping these houses, it seems like a really good idea in the beginning, because you're like, man, it's going to look great. HGTV has these great videos that I'm going to do, and it shows them tearing it apart, and then the camera flips around, and then all of a sudden the house is completed, and it's done in 30 minutes. It's not going to be like HGTV. There's going to be dust, grime, dirt everywhere. People are going to get hurt. I've been hurt several times on multiple properties. In fact, I don't know if you can see the scar right here. There it is right there. There was a tile that went right through my wrist when I was pulling out some tile in a bathroom, and broke my foot on another property. So it's very dangerous work. A lot of people, I had my friend actually put a nail through his fingers, so it actually had his fingers put together like this. And you don't know the pitfalls when doing this kind of stuff, because HGTV sells us this lie of, oh, it's just easy work. No, it's not really easy work. In fact, my wife will never allow us to do another live and flip ever again. Too much dust and debris everywhere. I had 3 bathrooms torn apart. We had a half bath kind of like going on in that time, and I understand. I'm sympathetic to her plight. But yeah, if you find yourself with a house that, needs a lot of work, or something like that, whether it's inherited, divorced, or a divorce house, or maybe there is like fire damage or major water damage. I've walked into a house with like mold all over the walls and like on the ceiling fan. The ceiling fan was just drooping down because it had so much moisture on it. All the mold, we had to go in there with masks and suits. And I can see how that could be a huge problem for some people. So if you come in contact with something like that, or even if you know somebody like that has something like that, give us a call. It doesn't hurt to reach out to us, 509-769-3439. And we love working with other real estate agents here in Spokane. So if real estate agents here in the area have a house that needs a lot of work and you just can't put it on the MLS, please reach out to us. Let us go tour the house. We'll take a quick video. We'll tell you what we think needs to happen when we fix the house. We do our fixings, our repair values probably around, we do it in 5,000s, 5, 10, 15, 20,000, up to 60 to 150,000. But we always do our estimates in increments of 5, because I could sit there and break it down to you and I could say, oh, this house is going to take $57,235.25 in work. Okay, yes, I can tell you that, but if you need to have something done pretty quick, that's something that we will do, and we'll get an offer out to y'all to make sure it's a win-win situation for everybody. So again, hey, I'll post some pictures for the house that we did down below. I'll do the Zillow link and stuff like that too. And thanks for staying with these videos and watching these videos. And I hope you like my fish tanks in the background. I really do enjoy them. I need to clean this one out a little bit because it's overgrown. But hey, my hobbies are fish tanks, but my major hobby is fixing up houses and helping homeowners sell their house. So again, if you want to sell your house fast here in Spokane, or if you want to sell your house fast in Washington, you know who to call. REI Branded Home Buyer. Our saying is no more worry, no more why, just peace of mind with REI. And we have tons and tons of stories of flipping houses, and we have development stories too. We've done a development back in the past, and we can tell you, excuse me again, I just had a lot of experience in these things, and I really enjoy this real estate stuff, and I really love helping homeowners when it comes to giving a cash offer in Washington to that homeowner. So give us a call. Go to our website, www.reibrandedhomebuyer.com. Check us out. You can go to Google. We just hit 55 five-star reviews. We're collecting 5-star reviews like Pokemon. It's a little joke. Again, I like to have a little bit of fun every once in a while because this is a very serious business. There's a lot of money that goes into this kind of stuff, and we have to have a little bit of fun every once in a while. Again, I like to joke around here and there and lighten up the situation. So again, I'll talk to y'all later in the next video. If you want any insight, we have a video coming up of a house that we're working on right now over on Liberty here in Spokane, and I'll post that one here pretty soon too. In fact, I'm probably going to go buy it today. We have the carpet cleaners out there going out and doing that. And yeah, that's what we love doing. We also have 2 more houses up on Henry Road. It's a 10-acre lot, and then that's a double wide trailer. And then we have another one that is what we worked with another real estate agent here in town, Ethan Perea. Love that guy. Shout out to you, Ethan. And thanks for sitting around for these long videos. I'm going to keep on putting out this information as much as possible in hopes that I could help at least 1 or 2 more homeowners along the way. Hopefully 50, 60, 100 homeowners. That's what our goal is, right? We want to help as many people as possible. And the only way that we can help people is if you like, share, subscribe to this video. And then also go give us a 5-star review over at Google, George gives out pretty good information. I would love to see that. So I hope all of you have a blessed day. This video is getting long, it's 15 minutes. And REI Branded Home Buyer, just like that sign up there, just like the shirt, just like the beanie. And maybe we'll do some REI Branded Home Buyer like bears or something like that. We'll start giving out some swag to everybody. And I hope everybody has a blessed day. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.